In the name of Allah, the Rahman and the Rahim, dear viewers and students, welcome you all in today's lecture. Topic for discussion in today's lecture is truth conditional semantics. This is one of the topics in the course Contents of Semantics for BS English students. Like we know that in semantics we have different approaches, or we can say that in linguistics, okay, broadly we have many approaches towards language, towards the meaning of language, okay, towards the sound systems of language, towards the other features of language. So, likewise, we have one of the approaches in semantics. This approach is called truth conditional semantics. This is one of the approaches, okay? So, this approach deals with meaning of words, but what type of meanings are taken here? The literal meaning of words are taken into account in truth conditional semantics. Truth conditional semantics, shortly TCS, stands for truth conditional semantics, and the representational semantics RS, okay? These two terms are going side by sides. According to some linguists and semantists, these terms are opposite terms, but some of them they have the opinion that no, these terms are synonymous, okay? These terms are inseparable, okay? So, truth conditional semantics is strongly associated with a realistic philosophical position about meaning, okay? So, it means that in truth conditional semantics, we are taking words, we are taking meaning of language, but from which language, okay, from which situation and context we are taking words for meaning, okay? It means that it refers to the real life language, it refers to a realistic language, okay? It refers to natural language, not untruth language or unnatural language, like computer programming language. We have computer languages, okay? Artificial languages are there, but we have no concern with other types of language. But here in truth conditional semantics, we will take help from natural language while explaining these concepts. Sometimes this approach is called conceptualism as opposed to realism, okay? Like this approach is related to the concepts, okay? It is concept based approach, we can say. Now we are taking like the literal meaning of words are taken into account in truth conditional semantics, okay? From natural languages we are taking these concepts. So now what is natural language? What is the definition of natural language? Natural language means human language, okay? A language which is spoken by human beings in real life situation, in daily life situation, and daily talk. A language is used by human being, so that very language is called natural language. For instance, we have English language, okay, one of the examples of natural language. We have French language, so this is again example of an example of natural language. And we have Arabic, so these all languages are spoken by the human beings in real life situations, so that's why these languages are called natural language. like we have regional languages, okay, we have local languages, we have like our mother tongue is also an example, Pashto is also an example, or Urdu, Hindu, these are also the example of natural languages, because these are also spoken by the human being in special community, in special regions or areas. These languages are spoken, so that's why these languages are natural language. But simply we can say that human languages are natural languages, okay. On the other hand, we have computer languages, okay. For these languages we need computer literacy, okay. Like for our mother tongue we do not need computer literacy, but we have the ability, inborn ability to speak a language, one or another, okay. One or two or three languages sometimes we are speaking, like bilingual, monolingual, linguals they speak one language, and bilinguals they are speaking two, and multilingual are uh, like they are able to speak many languages, okay, at the same time. So but then they do not require special training or special literacy in these languages, but they have the ability, but they have inborn ability to speak, okay. So for other languages like computer programming language, we can develop these languages with the practice, with the reading, with the studying, okay. But here we have main concern with natural language, okay. We will be taking natural languages, we will be taking example from natural languages, okay. So uh, truth conditional semantics is an approach to language which takes natural language into account for the for the meaning of words, for generating meaning from language, from words, from utterances and sentences. Dear students, three terms are very important in in this approach, okay. In truth conditional semantics, three terms are very important. First we have like utterances, okay. We will define inshallah these all terms in detail in our next lecture. We have utterances, and we have sentences, and we have the last one, propositions, okay. So these three terms are very important in the study of truth conditional semantics. We will explain with examples. I'll clarify inshallah these three terms in upcoming class. So now, what is the definition of truth conditional semantics? Truth conditional semantics is, first of all, it is an approach towards meanings, but which type of meaning or which language meanings will be taken into account? Natural language, okay. Like we have by the very name it is clear, it is truth conditional semantics. Like we have conditions, okay, for truth in language. Like in one condition we can say that the utterance meaning is true, or the sentence meaning is true, while in some other conditions the same utterance or the same sentence will be giving us false meaning, okay. There will be falsehood in meanings of words. It means that in conditional semantics we have certain conditions. In certain conditions we are saying that this sentence is true, the meaning of this sentence is true, while in some other conditions we are saying that the meaning of this sentence is not true, the meaning of this sentence is false. Like for example, we can say that we are taking example, okay, here Like we have these. Look at the sentences for which your truth conditional intuitions are particularly clear cut. Dear students, intuitions means the ability to know something by using feelings rather than considering the fact. Okay, the ability to know something, the ability to understand something by using feelings, okay, rather than facts, are the idea that tells us that something is true, although we cannot explain why it is so. So this is called intuitions. Okay, we are seeing that something is true, but we can't express why this is true. But we know, we like all native speakers of all languages, or for all languages, they have these abilities, they have these intuitions, okay, in their mind, in their mental capacity. They can say that this sentence is true, this sentence is okay, this is not false. But in certain situations, they have feelings, this sentence is false. They have this ability, okay, for all languages, and for all languages native speakers, they can like express this idea. A particular important effect about truth conditional conditions is that you, as a native speakers of English or any other language for that matter, know the truth conditions of an declarative sentence as I explained. Okay, the same discussion is here. So now we have example. Like for example, when is there are many tall buildings in the city, true, and when it is false. In some situations, we can say that there are many tall buildings in the city. This utterance or this sentence will be true, but in some other context, we are seeing, but this will be false. For example, throughout this term, we primarily look at sentences for which your truth conditional intuitions are particularly clear cut. Here an example illustrating the fact that you have truth conditional intuitions. There is a circle in a square. Like there is a circle in a square. Okay. So now in this condition, in this situation, the sentence is true. The utterance is true. But in some other conditions, like here, look at this picture. It is like false that the circle is in square. It is false, but like triangle is in square. So we can say that in some situations, one sentence or utterance gives us truth meanings. The utterance, the sentence meaning will be true in one situation, while in some other situations the utterance meaning will be false. So this is the job, this is the we can say the very crux of the matters in truth conditional semantics. Truth conditional semantics gives us this idea that when you will be able to say this the meaning of this sentence or utterance is true and the meaning of this utterance is false. In particular situation, these things happen, these concepts are taken into account. So inshallah we will discuss in detail in upcoming class these all concepts. But remember, you should study utterances, definition of utterances, sentences and propositions, and try to make distinction or differentiation among these three terms. Thanks for watching. Wait for the next video. Assalamu alaikum.